The Rainey Street Mystery, unraveling the Lady Bird Lake death. In the heart of Austin, Texas, lies a bustling nightlife district known as Rainey Street. It's where locals and tourists flock to unwind. But over the past few years, this vibrant scene has become overshadowed by an eerie pattern. Young men have gone missing, only to be found lifeless in Lady Bird Lake. The deaths are officially ruled as accidental drownings, but the public isn't convinced. What's really happening on Rainey Street? This is the true strange. Welcome to Rainey Street. Rainey Street is known for its charm: historic homes converted into bars, patios glowing with string lights, music pulsing through the air. It's one of the safest and most energetic parts of downtown Austin. But when the sun sets, shadows creep in. And recently, those shadows have taken on a far more literal meaning. By day, families stroll the trails near the lake, joggers pass under canopies of trees, and kayakers drift along the calm waters of Lady Bird Lake. But by night, a different atmosphere settles in. The music grows louder, the streets fill with intoxicated revelers, and the line between celebration and danger begins to blur. This area, which seems like a safe haven of fun and laughter, becomes a place where bad decisions and mysterious events collide. No one expects a night out to end in tragedy, but for some, that's exactly what happens. The disappearances begin. Since 2022, a disturbing trend has emerged. A number of young to middle-aged men have disappeared after nights out along Rainey Street. Days later, their bodies are discovered in Lady Bird Lake, not far from where they were last seen. Jason John, a 30-year-old man, went missing in February 2023. He had been out with friends, last spotted walking alone. His body was found a week later in the lake. The cause? Accidental drowning. Then came Daniel Choi, a 40-year-old man who vanished in April 2023. His phone was found near the trail by the lake. His body turned up shortly after. Again, accidental drowning. And they are not alone. At least 12 men have been found under similar circumstances. The timeline is tight, the location consistent, and the demographic oddly specific. These weren't just random incidents, they were patterns. Patterns that don't sit right with grieving families and a concerned community. A pattern emerges. All of these men were last seen on Rainey Street. They were out late, often alone, and mostly in their 20s and 30s. The weather wasn't stormy, the lake isn't particularly deep, and most of these men were physically fit. So how did they end up drowning? Some point to a phenomenon seen in other cities: the smiley face killer theory, a hypothetical serial killer or group targeting young men and dumping them in bodies of water. Though this theory remains unproven, the parallels are unsettling. A few victims were found in areas that had already been searched. Others had no visible injuries or signs of a struggle. Autopsies often revealed high blood alcohol levels, but some families claim this doesn't align with their loved one's behavior. Could these victims have been followed, drugged, attacked? Could the darkness and isolation near the water's edge be hiding something or someone dangerous? What authorities say? Austin police have pushed back against claims of a serial killer. They insist there is no evidence of foul play in any of the cases. They attribute the deaths to a mix of alcohol, poor lighting, and missteps near the water's edge. Despite this, they've increased patrols and installed more lights along the trail near the lake. But families of the victims still feel uneasy. Some have hired private investigators, unwilling to accept the official explanation. In a press conference, one spokesperson stated, "While we understand the concern, all of our investigations have pointed to accidental causes. We continue to monitor the situation and welcome any new evidence." Still, people wonder, if it were truly that simple, why does it keep happening? Community reaction. Austin residents aren't buying it. On social media, in bars, and in homes, people whisper about the Rainey Street killer. It may sound like urban legend, But for those who've lost sons, brothers, or friends, it's heartbreakingly real. Memorials have appeared along the lake's edge. Flowers, photos, messages written in chalk. They speak to the pain of unanswered questions. A local group, Rainey Street Safety Watch, now organizes awareness campaigns and patrols. "We're not here to point fingers," said one member. "We just want people to stay safe and to make sure these stories aren't forgotten." Some locals have even started mapping disappearances and sharing safety tips online. This grassroots response reveals how deeply the community is affected and how skeptical they are of the official story. The true strange perspective. What's clear is that this pattern isn't just coincidence. Too many victims, too many similar circumstances. Could it be a perfect storm of bad design, alcohol, and late-night decisions? Or are we seeing the signs of something darker, something no one wants to admit? At The True Strange, we believe in grounding stories in reality. That means examining official reports, autopsies, witness statements, and timeline patterns. We may not have all the answers, but we aim to look where others don't. We explore questions that others are afraid to ask. Why were some bodies discovered in previously searched areas? Why does this keep happening in the same location? Are we looking at a tragic coincidence or something that defies normal explanation? We may never know the full truth about what's happening around Rainey Street. Are these deaths the tragic result of nightlife gone wrong? Or is there a hidden hand at play? As long as questions remain, so does the mystery. What do you think? Coincidence or cover-up? Comment below with your side of the story and subscribe for more real stories that remain unexplained. This is The True Strange.